We should be going now.
We shall see in just a moment.
Pick up quick on it.
So, in case we're alive, hello everyone. Yep, looks like we're live. So, hello to all of the people out there. I don't know if it's visible, but I have a very loud cat on my lap. Please disregard the purring you may hear. That's liable to continue for a while. So, we're just going to go ahead and take care of a couple of extra things here in terms of getting everyone prepared.
Looks like
but it's good to see everyone again. So, when last we left off...
Hello.
Hello. Always nice to see people here early. So, when last we left off, two major things happened last time. Firstly, Zero is back, and through some crazy turn of events, he wound up creating 1,000,000 zeros, and having an entire packed stadium full of people heading off to be relocated to China.
Really? Okay. More. Supposedly there will be more Mosquito.
Really, more of Genesis Climber Mosquito.
I heard people loved it.
It's been quite a while since that happened. Huh. More interesting mech news, I guess.
If Macross can do it, so can they.
Sure. So after Zero was able to get the new governor of Japan, his sister Nunnally, to admit that yes, we will honor our promise. We'll let you take all 1,000,000 people dressed as Zero out of the country. He wound up getting his own little island in the Chinese Federation. So that's nice. A new base. And in addition, we wound up encountering the people who were sending those weird unmanned units, along with the remodeled, weird, cyber-headed dimensional beasts. The Holy Kingdom of Insalam, which was supposed to have been destroyed. Apparently not so destroyed as we thought, but they have come to try and take over the world. They've got more than enough power to do so, as they're stronger than even the strongest dimensional beasts. And in addition, we wound up picking up the Bergola Glory, so Setsuko from the original Z is back with us. I'm sure we'll be spending a lot of quality time with her if we ever get back around to the original. So that's good news. And in possibly better news, it's about time to meet up with everyone else.
Time to get some super robots.
Which is why we only have 7 units for this chapter. So let us see where this will go. That is indeed a wonderful comment. Someone is using Veta to try and manipulate the internet, and you're surprised that Veta didn't just break and you just send infinite cat pictures to Ribbons. If only we could be so lucky. So we're apparently in an ALOS transport plane right now. That is all I have to report on the current situation of the ALOS. So that's so. Let's see. I don't fully recognize that kanji, but if I'm guessing right, it looks like Commander Katie Mannequin wound up giving up command. Let me check. Yes, I see. Because of that Captain Mannequin's failure at the detention center earlier, she's been relieved of command. But the person who was issued with command authority in chase of her is Ensign Abar Rint. Rint, right?
Yes.
Yes, Rint.
Is
there a problem with Ensign Rint? Rint? No. After all, your lieutenant such as me shouldn't say anything bad against commanders from the ALOS. Is that so? At any rate, with the matter of the unknown military that appeared alongside that last dimensional quake, the Federation Army has begun putting together a special task squad. Thanks to that, I've been issued special orders. Are you also going to be heading to the front lines, Captain? I can't afford... I'm not at liberty to discuss my mission at this point in time. But it looks as if things are going to get pretty crazy here in the Federation Army as well. It would be nice if it didn't wind up becoming a huge fight. Come to think of it. Is that going fine? Are you talking about Ensign Andre? He's been fully focused on carrying out his missions. It's probably due to the fact that I'm his father. Of course, he doesn't really think of me as his father, though. Captain, that's something I should worry about on my own. Even now as I'm a military man, I guess I'm a bit of a failure as a father. Captain, about that, I think you should come and see him. About that? Let's see. Once again. No, about that incident. About that. I'd like for you to come and see it. About what? About your talk of adopting me. Are you serious about that? I'd like to discuss it further when next we meet. But your name's going to become Soma Smirnov. That doesn't exactly sound particularly good, does it? But even so, I don't particularly care about losing the name Pyrrhus. No. But even so, I feel a little slightly sad about losing the name of Pyrrhus. So you like it? I don't want to forget that you called me by that name. So that's so. Well then, Captain. I shall await the next time that we can meet. I feel the same. I'll pray that you're safe. Captain, I truly am happy. Lieutenant Pyrrhus, the meeting's about to start. Ensign Harvey, are you alright? Huh? You're pushing yourself far too hard. I can feel that with my quantum brainwaves. Your heart is crying. Something like that. You've been thinking of someone else. But I can't go back to those days. Central Asia. Back to the Ptolemais. Personal rooms. Azdesan has already become a different country. Even so, do you intend to go, Marina Ismail? Yes. Let's see. Back on the island, I was able to have a large amount of time to talk with a Japanese. Let's see. And thanks to that, I was able to learn just how hard it was for them to keep their pride as the Japanese. That country was ruled over for 8 years by the Britannian Union. But even in the midst of their despair, the man known as Zero appeared and was able to bring them hope once more. If I can do something like that as well, even I'd like to be like him. Do you intend to fight on in order to save the citizens? No. Even while advocating for absolute pacifism, I intend to take back Azdesan. I don't understand it. I don't understand your battle either. However, I do believe that what we're searching for is the same thing. A lasting peace.
So you stop eating plastic.
After all, my precious friends have these same feelings in their hearts as they're using their own methods to rescue this world. The ship is heading towards the Middle East. Once our goals have been completed, we'll take you to Azdistan. Thank you, Setsuna. Melina, Euphemia. I may not be able to do the fantastic things that you did, but I intend to follow on the path that you showed me. Back to the Iguruga's cafeteria. That Setsuna guy's gone off to where the princess is again, huh? Isn't it fine? After all, seems like there's been something connecting them back since the destruction incident. Well, in Tamaki's case, isn't it that he's just feeling jealous here? After all, back when we rescued that princess, he was gawking at her the whole time. Ah, shut it, Asahina! But that princess... she seems rather weak-willed for someone who's royalty. Let's see. Well, Princess Marina Ismail does have the blood of royalty in her veins, but until recently she was living as an ordinary citizen. In order to carry out political reforms in Azdistan, they wound up turning her into the first princess. But up until that point, she'd been serving as a mere student studying music. I kinda hate to admit it, but Setsuna and Princess Marina, there's a pretty good atmosphere between them, isn't it? But they aren't quite lovers. I can't really say it well. It feels more like they're both supporting each other. Even though Setsuna is part of an anti-government faction? Well... I know of at least one other couple that's like that. Remember this, Esther. Love begins when you discover when you search for something in another that you don't particularly have. Oh dear. And of course more poking fun at poor Crow here. And of course, for you at least, it's the fact that you can actually hold on to the money that you can keep. In my case, it's just that I can't let Crow out of my sight. Oh dear. You really shouldn't say something like that. But in Shiba's case, she's looking for someone who she can enjoy talking with outside of battle after all. Asahina? So... no. And for Chiba, she's looking to become someone who can enjoy her life outside of battles. Asahina? So you're saying that Chiba loves someone who's really straightforward and does nothing but fight? In other words... Hiro? Citro? Or Setsuna? No wait, don't tell me. Could it be Chiriko? You're totally wrong. And what about your feelings? Nothing in particular. I see. So Miss Chiba likes that guy. And what about you then, Cullen? What do you mean? I'm talking about that tiger, captive tiger from Celestial Being, right? Yeah. It looks like you guys have been meeting a lot. No, just the captive of Celestial Being. Sachi isn't a captive. Sachi isn't a captive. Yeah, captive. Sachi isn't a captive. We haven't locked his door or anything like that. So what kind of relationship do you have then? I'd like to hear that too. Relationship? We're just friends who went to the same school. I see, I see. So you were friends. Oh no. Yes, that would be glorious. That would be a very good thing if Ribbon's using Veta on the internet just finds out that its antivirus software isn't quite up to date. I'm sure that if they had a 4-coma version of 00, I'm sure you'd find that at some point. Someone has to have come up with that idea before, but...
Who are we kidding? We have someone perfectly fine who could easily hack through Veta. Well, not right now. But if anyone could do it, Kira.
Probably. But, I mean, he'd have to know where to go. But even so. I see. So you were friends, huh? What is it? Why are you grinning like that? Oh, come on. You guys need to think a bit more here. If things go badly, we might wind up having to fight the Crusher Squad. It'll be fine, Oki. Everyone knows that already. But... if it does come to the... if Akagi and the others don't understand what we've been doing, then at that time we'll just have to talk to them and try and make them understand. And if they don't intend to listen at all, we'll just keep on doing it until they do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm sure
Kira,
you could write a virus in under 5 minutes.
yes. Who else could rewrite their combat OS on the fly? It took them quite a while to be able to get a non-Veta-linked one for the 00 units, so... I think Kira did help out with that, though.
He did in this one.
Even so. Yeah. Shin. Understood, Shin. We'll try and respect your resolve. Oh, okay, Asahina, you're way too sloppy. I mean, come on! You're listening to what these kids are saying! But in your case, we'd have trouble just trying to get anything through to you. Well then, Tieria. I'd like you to explain to everyone the current state of the Crusher Squad. What I'm about to talk about here is everything that we've received from Wang Liu Mei. There's some particularly important points. So you're talking about that agent from Celestial Being? At this current point in time, the Crusher Squadron is mainly made up of civilian people cooperating from civilian units cooperating with them, along with the SMS from the Frontier Fleet. By civilian units, you're talking about the Takeda General Company and the 21st Century Defense Corporation, right? Exactly right. However, the Takeda General Company has increased the number of people they have working for them. You've even wound up researching their financial status? That's pretty impressive it's some pretty impressive information network you guys have got. In addition, they have the Photon Energy Research Institute's Mazinger Z and Tetsujin 28 from the ICPO. The Grand Knights and Team D from the Dragon Cyber are also participating. You see. And to top it off, the God Mars and Baldios, which had been continuing on to investigation of the solar system, have all returned back to Earth. So, and then we've also got the Alto and the others from the SMS and the Aquarian too. So a lot of ZEXIS members are also there with the Crusher Squad. See. As you may have understood from talking to Captain Jeffrey before, it would be difficult for us all to openly work together. That's no good, Oki. You can't give up on things before we've already tried talking. With its worker love, I'll try my best. That's the sort of mentality you've got to go at it with. Love, huh? What's wrong, Ogi? Are you thinking you're gonna lose to Setsu and the lady there? You're wrong, it's nothing like that. You sound kinda suspicious there. That's no good, Esther. You can't pry into other people's private conversations. Yes, Miss Setsuko. No, not Chiba, whatever Violetta's name was when she was in Japan. You've When you got your memories back, you went back to being a Britannian soldier, didn't you? I don't think I'll be able to meet you again. What? Is there an enemy? This is a warning from the bridge. We've confirmed that roughly 30 kilometers to the southeast, a battle has broken out. A lot of abnormal situations in the Federation's eyes are focused on the Middle East. Maybe an attack from the A-Laws. Or it could be that Cathalon's busy fighting the A-Laws. In order to confirm the situation, we're all heading towards that battlefield. Everyone, please make your preparations to launch. What on earth is happening here now? Who knows? Chapter 14. Power Bestowed.
Chigusa.
Letta's name while she was going was Chigusa.
Okay. Klaus! The entire mobile suit squadron? With this, we don't have anything left to protect the base. Then, there's nothing we can do. We'll have to surrender to the A-Laws. Or Cathalon. It looks as if those Cathalon fools are regretting their powerlessness. We've already confirmed our victory here. Ensign Rint, we should accept Cathalon's surrender. Our mission that we were given is to entirely eliminate Cathalon from this area. We shall continue the fight. What are you intending doing something so pointless? Captain Mannequin. The one Commander Goodman authorized to continue this operation was me. However, do you not want to exterminate them entirely? I love doing things like this. Are you saying that you enjoy slaughter? Why do you not like it? Why, you seem repulsed. After all, weren't you doing things like that until recently here? After all, it was nothing but an unfortunate accident, wasn't it? During a test of new model weapons, a pair of Allied armies wound up getting wiped out. At that time, you were a tactical advisor for the AEU, weren't you? Don't talk about that. Thanks to that, we figured people like that would never want to do anything pertaining to war again. But I wonder why something like that would happen. Allow me to express my admiration for you being able to return to the army after that, Captain Mannequin. Well then, let us continue. All units, set the automatons to kill mode. Alright, I must ask you once again. Do you not know anything about what's going on here? The commanding officers not know anything about what's happening? Of course they don't know. But of course, there's no need for us to show any mercy to anti-government forces. The commands from the top brass are all of the utmost importance. Respecting orders is the mission of all military members. But if those orders are something like this... I understand why the captain is against my transfer to the A-Laws. What the hell are you talking about? Don't make me laugh. For the sake of that mission, Captain Smirnoff would even throw away his own son. What? Throw away his own family. Throw away his family? That man. He let my mother die. I'm a super soldier. Someone who's created to fight. There's no way someone like me could ever be happy. Is this punishment for that, Captain? Captain Zidane! There's a battleship rapidly approaching this area! Reinforcements for Cathalon?
Catharon.
Catharon.
Spelled with a K.
Yes, I know that. Catherine. You only get 7 units, so choose very wisely.
Zeta, definitely.
Call in the Virgola.
Yes. No, I'm intentionally gonna not send her out first stage. Virgola, definitely. Since won't have her too long.
Destiny.
Yeah, Destiny.
And one more.
I guess C2.
She's a pretty good support.
She can restore at least.
Sadly, no. In Z3, we have the 2-man team tag systems, but in Z2-2, it's still just solo fights.
Which I really wish the later games would also have the buddy system.
It lets you deploy way more units. It's nice. Battleship. Celestial being in the Black Knights? This is a good opportunity, isn't it? Since they've gone ahead and shown themselves, we can pay back that debt from the detention center. The Halos. They're attacking a Catherine base? Suragi! We detected the Halos have set that their anti-personnel automatons kill mode. What? So this battle has already been decided. So the Halos decide to get rid of anyone left in the base. There are civilians who fled there from the surrounding countries too. This isn't a war anymore. It's just a slaughter. Is this the way the Halos are? Watch out. Something's coming from the enemy ship. Mr. Bushido? We didn't order you to launch. I've been given permission to take independent operations from the boss. I'm already a one-man army. But that's... I told you, I've received authorization. Even Commander Katagiri won't do anything to him? Let's see. I'll take care of the Gundam with the 2 furnaces on its sides. Just a bunch of idioms thrown together there. What? After all, isn't this fine, Captain? It looks as if he's fully ready to fight. The licensor, Mr. Bushido. Feel free to show off your power for us. I shall do my best to live up to your expectations. Close-range combat model ahead. Is it targeting me? Let's see. We've received a net transmission from the enemy there. It's from someone calling himself Mr. Bushido? Bushido. Isn't he that guy we met back at the detention center? Watch out, Setsuna. That man. He isn't an ordinary pilot. Understood. Super Soldier E57. You may have gotten away at the detention center, but I won't let you get away this time! Is Mary the one in that custom ahead? Acquaintance of yours? Someone who's very important to me. Hallelujah. If she's the reason that you fight, then make sure to take her back with your own hands. We'll back you up. All you need to do is focus on that machine. Shin. I know! All we need to do is exactly what we did back with Stellan 4, right? Lena! See. Be sure to feed the Arios all the information we have in the head in real time. Understood. Please wait a moment, Mr. Haptism. Thanks, everyone. If we're able to stop that, I can bring her back. Come at us if you can, terrorist scum. We'll annihilate you just like Catharon. You don't even think of other people as people, do you? We cannot allow these Alos to change this world as they wish. All units, focus your attacks on the Alos. While we're focused on mopping up the automatons, be sure to aim for their battleship. Alos. Your mission was to protect people. How the hell can you call something like this protecting? So, destroy the battleship. Don't let Alleluia die. And a start point is within 4 turns, defeat all other enemies, and finally defeat the battleship.
Okay. That seems reasonable enough.
Enough. So we're able to tag everyone save Zeta. And we should have a bunch of other people showing up here. Should.
Soon.
Make sure to be careful with the Arios. After all, it's kind of fragile. GNXs.
Sure, let's see him
GNXs don't look bad, but I don't think they look great. Better than the Tyrans, at least. Deliberately come out like that. Do you really want to die that badly? Oh, Camille.
Maybe the greatest new type, but
At least the strongest new type. That doesn't necessarily mean greatest. Because there is a difference between greatest and strongest. I at least know that I would think of the greatest new type as the one who's best able to live up to the new type ideal, but I think it's fairly clear that that would not be Camille.
So Judal, right?
Judal was probably the worst new type in that regard, so far as I know, but I could be wrong. I have not seen Double Zeta.
I mean, look at some of the villainous ones.
How about I really doubt anyone from Zeta would be particularly good at the whole understandings without misunderstandings thing. Let's see. Mr. Noriega! There's a battleship rapidly approaching this area. It's transmitting a Federation Army code. Reinforcement for the A-Laws? This is... First Crusher Squad? Why on earth did they come all the way over here? That's the A-Laws. Confirm that they're busy fighting Celestial Being and the Black Knights. Monica, transmit me the footage from the Cathalon base. Yes. This is... Captain! The A-Laws have turned their anti-personnel automatons into kill mode? They'd go that far? After all, those Cathalon guys couldn't fight back at all, could they? Tell me, the A-Laws are trying to slaughter everyone? This is... to the A-Laws. This is Captain of the Macross Quarter and member of the Crusher Squad, Jeffrey Wilder. I'd like you to confirm the situation. It's been a while, Captain Jeffrey. Amarint. That's that snake-like guy who came to the Dragon's Hive. See, from the fact alone that he's commanding this can't be a good operation. Let's see. In order to try and protect the peace, we're currently taking care of an anti-government group here. We have no need to explain our operations to an outside group. Let's see. We've confirmed that you've already gone ahead and sent your automatons in the Catharon who'd already surrendered. And to top it off, you've turned them onto kill mode as well. Simple mercenaries such as you shouldn't be so cocky. I told you, we don't have any need to explain ourselves to you. More importantly than that, we would like you to assist us in our peacekeeping duties here. They're telling us to fight against the Black Knights and Celestial Being? I mean, they are terrorists, but... we don't operate under the command of the A-Laws. We have no reason to follow your orders. The A-Laws are a special little peacekeeping squad operating directly under command of the Federation Army. We're allowed to co-opt any squads we need to. So you order us to assist you without explaining the operation at all. Very well. Well then, I shall go ahead and make my decision based on the situation I see. All units, target the automatons. Captain Jeffrey? Are you telling us to fight the A-Laws? Heh, even if you didn't order us, I was definitely gonna do that. What are you all playing at? It's exactly like the captain said. We'll stop you! What you're doing isn't a war. It's just a one-sided slaughter! There's no way that someone who'd do something like that's a good person. All units, focus on the Crusher Squad! Commander Lin? Rint? See. They joined hands with the terrorists and launched an attack against us. And so we annihilated them as well. We shall teach you how foolish it is to go against the A-laws. All units. We have been given left with no choice. We shall enter combat against the A-laws. Anyone who's fit to dispute these orders, feel free to leave the battlefield now. We won't do anything to you. Boss, there's no one in this squad who'd do a thing like that. Isn't that right? Sir? I guess he's the new commander of the Die Guard. Captain Jeffrey. I can't afford to let the A-laws go immoral actions any further as well. Let's see. Alright. If someone views our actions as being wrong, I'll file a virtual report with the military and the A-law's observation and prove that we were correct. Alright. It's perfect. To think that I wouldn't just wind up being influenced by y'all and used by you? Oh, we can talk about that after. Now we've got to stop those automatons. Captain Jeffrey. As expected. He's not even trying to attack. He didn't even talk to us first. Taro, Alto, you're fighting together? Yes, Miss Esther. We can't afford to ignore this situation. All our friends are the ones being attacked by the A-laws right now. We have to do what we can. Garrett, you guys are there too? Right now we're working part-time for the Takeda General Company. Everyone from Zuth. We'll meet you guys all again. That's Big Sis Setsuko? Why is she here? She also wound up getting caught up in a dimensional quake? It's just a couple of days ago that I wound up showing up here, though. We can feel free to leave the introductions for afterwards. We need to deal with this situation first. To all units of the Crusher Squad. Take out the units protecting the automatons, at the same time sweep out the enemy battleship. Looks like everyone from ZEXIS is back together, huh? As long as we have this many people here, there's nothing to fear. All units, full advance! So, a lot of new units. Well,
only one actually new unit.
So, tornado pack equipped. So yeah, beam guns, gun pod, micro missiles, beam cannon, ISC, and Kruger's missile detonator, fist, boost knuckle. Also note, Danku blade.
Still
pretty cheap.
Still the cheaper version.
Yeah, well, yes and no. It's 25 as opposed to the 6 it used to be, and the Danku cannons are stronger. Also, God Beast mode is available.
Right.
Macross should be about the same as always, except it's got a pinpoint barrier now. Also, all Valkyries in Batroid form have pinpoint barriers active. So that's nice. We have the Gravian, which has missile, punch, cannon, bringer, screw punch, nova, burst attack, super heavy sword. Same as always. Baldios, anything new with you?
They should all be the same for now.
Mostly. One important thing to note on Die Guard. Die Guard has the Not Punisher, but not the Great Not Punisher. Instead, it has a separate attack which chews through a ton of energy, which is Die Guard Maximum Output.
Okay.
So it has a range of only 1. Still has the 6 God attack. King Gainer has some new skills. In addition to the shooting and slashing with the chain gun, the Overfreeze bullet, Overfreeze and Overscale, he's got chain gun dual wielding.
Okay.
So that one's a pretty nice attack. Then that's still Zambot. Don't remember if it had that grappling combination.
Couldn't tell you.
Trider is Trider.
So he's got all his moves previous.
We check. Nothing new for him. Nothing new for him. So, that just about wraps it up. So I have one thing I have to check. Okay, they have the standard subpilots here for the Aquarian this time. On the route where you get Aquarian early, they don't have the standard set equipped, so I was curious about that.
I see the Tornado Pack does not have its previous problem.
Yes, because it's the main pack you use.
Just to try.
Going to focus. Focus is good. Alright, show off the IC. What the hell? What are you thinking about peacekeeping? What you're doing is just a slaughter. I won't forgive you, Aylaws. I'll take out every last one of you. I won't let you do as you like. Tornado pack. Very spinny.
Will we get the Durandal?
That's up to you.
I'm going to try.
Also note the Durandal does not transform.
It's flight mode all the way.
Yep. It does not transform in this game.
You only get it for 2 stages if you go on the Trust Zero route. Or 3 if you don't, I believe.
Also, you sure you want to do that rather than trying to feed Aquarian some kills?
I was just trying to kill one of these with one attack from Aquarian, which these would die from a single attack from Aquarian, doesn't matter what it is.
Remember, you haven't buffed this Aquarian. I won't forgive you. I won't forgive any of you! There's no need to show mercy to people who do things like this. If any of you made up result yourselves, come at me! I always hear that as don't look back, even though it's supposed to be Zambot 3. Solar Fist. You all, you bastards! Is this something that humans would do to each other? If our enemies are demons or devils, there's no need to hold back!
I don't know, and I don't think you know what being human is either.
I mean, Apollo is mostly human-ish.
You say so.
As I said, mostly.
Is everyone at...
I will.
Alright, everyone's at 24 kills.
Dankuken. Yeah, you may not want to be wasting all of your SP right now.
It does just suck.
So you guys were manipulating the information to hide everything you've been doing? What pathetic people are you? It's been a long time since we've been aiding the losing side. We'll take you out too! After all, that's what the Dankuken was made for. It's supposed to aid the losing side, and Celestial being is clearly the losers here. Also, yes, we do not have the Max God here. Just the Steshford and Cougar Nova.
Do we start Z3 with the Cougar Nova? Max God?
Yes, in Z3 you don't get the standard Cougar Nova at any time. You only have the Max God.
That much at least is okay.
It's just that, you know, the 5th pilot Ada is currently a bit busy with her modeling duties. No, not modeling duties.
Idle duties.
Yes. And now, show off the King Gainer's newest attack. Dual-wielding chain guns. The ALS are doing is exactly the same with the Siberian Railroad. In the name of protecting the rules and laws, yes, don't think we'll let you trample over people's freedoms and lives anymore. And now, extra-dimensional pouch. Just pops it out with one of its leg pouches.
Is that a thing in the series?
Yes. The slice marks didn't look like you were actually cutting into it, and more cutting the air, but still.
That's just because of how small scope dogs are.
Remember, the King Gainer is size S as well. I'll be interested to see who you will end up using overall.
Probably most of the same people I used previously.
plus or minus a few others. You don't need to hold back, Toga. Go at it with full force. Let's go, Aloz. You guys were, for those who are supposed to be fangs to protect those without, wound up turning violence instead. We'll face you down.
The Baldios actually gets better in this game.
The sword. I wield it for the sake of this planet's future.
And the God Sigma's decent.
Things you learned from your playthroughs, right?
Yep. Really primarily due to its strong attack.
But the Baldios and the God Sigma will get a stronger attack in this game. Eventually.
28. No.
Tetsujin is, you know, let's do. If you're going for that one, why not go for the Scrander Cutter? It's cheap.
The Scrander Cutter is ludicrously cheap.
Think that something like this was happening where we couldn't see. Prepare yourselves, all of you. I'm really pissed. If you want to get hurt, get out of my way!
God's Grant.
No, not yet.
Not yet, but it is.
Yes. Eventually, Z will get upgraded with its God Scrander and unlock the manliest of attacks, the Big Bang Punch.
I don't know why you called it the manliest of attacks.
I mean, he literally turns himself into a giant golden fist to punch through his enemies.
Are you telling me you think that's better than Daiguard's ultimate rocket punch?
The fact that they throw their fist? I knew that you guys were dangerous. You think you were this villainous? Prepare yourselves, Aloz. Those Gundams you hate so much will take you on! It'll be very nice.
Better.
Yes, it'll be very nice to see the DX's G-Falcon. I'll be interested to see if you wind up using the GX more this game.
I probably will, considering that more units just available to use.
Yeah. And I wound up using a lot. Huh. I used it a lot since I had it, pretty much from the start through the route split I took. On the Stay on Earth, on the Super Robot route split, you get both the DX and the King Gainer pretty early, so they're pretty good. And besides, Garrett gets luck every single turn if you ace him, so he's good for earning extra money. The power of new types.
So that's good. You go out and get it.
The Held Strike. Alright, Setsuko. The wings that wipe away tears. That should be her theme.
Sorry I'm missing it, but I'm a little out of it.
Just smacked with her gun.
Her
Okay.
gun sword thing.
The Nautilus Carver. My name, isn't it? Nautilus Carver. Upgraded from the Jack Carver. Fire the Hadron Cannon.
With a support attack. So if this doesn't kill, that will.
I want to feel pretty certain that a battleship's strongest attack will.
Good hit chance against it too. Just 100% chance, and it had like no 1% chance.
Yeah. I really didn't use the Ikaruga much at all. Anytime I had a chance to drop the Ikaruga, I typically did.
I mean, it's really... The only good thing about it is that it has a barrier.
Mm-hmm. But the Macross Quarter gets a barrier too.
The Ptolemaeus is better than it. Actually, yeah,
Helmet is definitely better than that.
But you don't even have Trans Am.
But it will be better than it in 1 chapter. 2 chapters.
More than that, but in a bit. Because once we get Zero's,
3 chapters. Once we get the Shinkro,
yeah.
the Icargo loses a pilot and therefore becomes...
Not always. If you don't deploy the Shinkiro, Zero will still pilot the Ikaruga.
Yes, but why would you not deploy?
I know. Do what you want. Remember, she recovers 10 SP per turn. Machine cannon. Don't worry, I have perfect aim. Do you see too? Do you actually have good aim? Or are you just saying that to make us feel better?
I'm gonna go with yes.
It could be either. I would say keep advancing upward. There's a lot of enemies up there. Destiny. A lot of units will get better in this game because...
The Destiny is just really nice.
And it doesn't even have
its super cheap.
And in addition, it doesn't even have its strongest attack yet. Later on, it will pick up the its own combination weapons attack, which is its version of the fire everything.
Might be using the Destiny more here.
Maybe.
It's less dodgy than the Gurren, which is the closest equivalent to it, and its attack isn't quite as strong.
But it has a barrier just like the Gurren. It regens energy, and it has... That damage is very nice.
The only problem with its barrier is its barrier only negates physical attacks.
There aren't that many beam attacks. Typically. Unless you're fighting Gundam-type enemies, you typically won't have that many beam attacks. TM Revolution playing quietly in the background. Mr. Bushido, where are you going? Oh dear, I'm afraid Setsuna's in Mr. Bushido's range.
Yeah, he definitely is. Yep.
Jian Beam Saber versus Jian Sword.
Nope, you're defending.
Gundam. Looks as if you've gotten better than last time. His fighting style. I know this man. I don't need my past anymore. I've thrown away everything in order to fight with you again. And when I do win against you, I shall offer that victory up to my subordinates. For reasons like that, everyone has their own reason for fighting. I won't let you make fun of that. If you're going to fight alongside the Elas, then I'll fight until you're gone. Your distortion. If that's our fault as well, then I'll take it down.
His helmet has horns.
Yes, his pilot helmet has horns like his mask. And in addition, he's got not a beam saber, but a beam katana. Okay. Mr. Bushido and his beam katana.
At least it's not the GN katanas he gets.
The ultimate is active. He has Prevail level 6, counter level 5. Will limit break, fighting spirit, energy save, ignore size, dash. GN Vulcans, GN shot or short beam cannon, and GN beam saber.
Also, that's a lot of health.
Wait a minute, not so very good, I just want to see what it's called. It is the Ahead Sakikage. Sakigake? One of those two.
Why is your new type level so low?
Because Camille needs powering up. I mean, they can't just let you have everything from the start, can they?
He's already gone through a full game.
Alright, is the... Okay, it's not the Sakikage, it's the head Sakigake.
Which turns into the Susanoo.
Yes, it isn't like Camille had his brains fried here or anything in between games. Haha. No, seriously, he didn't. His new type level should not be lower.
Like, I would understand starting at level 4. You know?
It doesn't matter what Gundam it is to Mr. Bushido here, he's still happy to be fighting a Gundam. Oh, Ancestors backing him up. Let's see. That's a name. So I was curious about Mr. Bushido's ahead here. It was not only developed into the Masurao and Susanoo, it was also developed into something called the Neo Head.
No, I believe he was working for Trays.
Yes. In the year between Z1 and Z2, Camille and the other mainline Gundam pilots, or semi-mainline Gundam pilots, were working alongside were working at Oz, which they betrayed. So that's why Quattro is still working with Oz, as we saw earlier, alongside ZEXIS. And why why Quattro was so pissed with them that they had betrayed ZEXIS and the others in order to go off on their own. After all, it's not as if Oz are the bad guys, right? Right?
Trays is not a bad guy.
Yes, Trace is not a bad guy, but Oz is bad.
Oz is about as bad as you can get.
Not Punisher. 0% hit chance.
Die-Guard.
Lock on.
Yeah, don't lock on. You should have... No, you don't flash. And
Akagi has wall if you want it.
I can tank a bit of damage, but I'm not.
Alright, not Punisher! It's been a while. Let's see. What do you think about them, Die-Guard? I'm determined to protest this year. There's no way we can leave protecting the peace up to people like you. If you've got the strength, then make sure to do what's right. If you can't do that, then get out of your robot!
Yeah, that does seem like something Akagi would yell,
Make sure not to hit the cockpit, Akagi!
from what we have seen.
So we have been watching Die-Guard since it is now legally available. And got to the point where the not Punisher was introduced. It's a weapon. And their inventor is, pretty crazy. That looks like you're deliberately targeting the cockpit, Akagi.
But if I wouldn't be the one targeting... Char really cares if you double-cross him. He'll double-cross you at a moment's notice.
Yes, but he does not like other people double-crossing him. Char.
Can you blame the man?
With how many times
really,
he's
you
been...
can.
Yes, you can blame him, and I mean, especially after everything he's done. Going to go for Bless? Alright, C2. Just hoping this does it.
Yeah, because it's either on this or the battleship.
You may want C2 too. All she can do is focus.
Still my fault. on that slim chance.
Alright. Trans M. I should be able to do this. As long as the Gundam and I are here. You should be able to. That doesn't mean you will. No, that's not. Yep, you did it. Goodbye, Mr. Bushido.
Should be worth a fair bit of money.
So my skills were simply not good enough. 22,000. And a precision targeting lens.
Doesn't easy.
Shit. So I still haven't reached the peak? You shall meet again, Gundams. At that time, I shall put an end to you! Mr. Bushido, is it him? It's a good question. Is it him? Probably who you were thinking, but you're incredibly vague. Glory Star can't be used post-movement. Because she's the weakest.
Yeah. At least some people know it's Grandmaker. Some of the higher ups.
At the very least, Billy Katagiri probably knows. His old friend Billy. Probably. Perhaps the better question is, who cares that it's Grandmaker? I mean, he's wearing a mask.
Was the Aquarium able to fly before?
Yes, I'm certain that Charizix would think... Whatever. I mean, they both wore masks.
Am I just forgetting that the Aquarium was able to fly?
Yes. You're just confusing that with the fact that the Aquarian Evil in Z3 can't normally fly.
That's what it is.
It's only able to fly later on once Amada's element power activates. Look at the glory that is the ahead Smoltron. And how much HP it has. You've got a lot of boss tier enemies. I would start singing the Aquarian theme here, but my throat is...
Oh, it actually does!
Oh, you're right. I did see that. That's part of the reason they zoom in on it.
So, a thing that we saw here, the Aquarian, it gets HP Restore Medium for its full upgrade bonus. The reason for this is, Saisei no Aquarian Element Change version.
So, there was a scene in one of the movie remakes, at the very least, don't know if it was in the series proper, where the Aquarian, repairs itself through the power of its theme song. And, basically, what happens is they have all of the protagonists singing the theme song, and not only does that patch the Aquarian up, but the Aquarian itself starts singing the song. Which, whenever we use its strong stack, you can see a little bit of it happily humming there, before it turns its fist into a giant lotus. So, yeah.
Hit chances are pain.
Hey, Laws. Is a method like this really necessary? Something's wrong with that! Something's gotta be wrong with the Federation government. Come forth, Five God Robos.
Yes, it wouldn't be very much of a restriction thing to deal with things that have only been licensed in America, if for no reason of the discotheque media.
Yeah. Well, and the fact that, you know, a good half of the series you have most of the time are Gundams, which...
Almost all good licensed in America.
Yeah. Can't die yet. For the captain's sake as well.
Hey, perfect.
Pathetic, but perfect. So very little HP. Punch.
Yeah, no, I don't actually have any of those yet.
You do have walk on if you want that.
Use it. You can use it.
You can double EXP gain, but not.
You know, sure, Soul Grab. You do it.
If you have the ability to. God Mars! Go Lion back would be interesting. Since they did show up once.
But of course, you can't bring Go Lion to an American one.
Because no one here in America knows what the hell Go Lion is.
No, because of its owners. Do you know the American owners?
Who?
Harmony Gold!
No, it's not necessarily a problem.
They cling to it a lot less than they cling to Macross.
Yes. Oh, nice. We got a radar. So that should be range up. Is this it? Mary! Let me go! Oh, Unity 57! Mary, I promise I'd rescue you! Some Perry's! There's no Mary here! Is that a sub tried blowing themselves up? What's that? They are sent that unit! These trolls aren't responding!
Could be that it's owned by actually different people now, but Harmony Gold is the reason for
Voltron?
the changes made to Voltron, from what I remember.
Mr. Haptism! Only now, we need to focus on the enemies in front of us. Alleluia could do something about it himself. Yes! Alleluia. All we can do now is pray that you're safe. So, don't need to worry about Alleluia dying anymore.
That's good. You know, if you just made a one that was series that are popular in America, that would be a lot more restricting.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we've got Voltron and Cowboy Bebop and Gundam Wing? Wing was popular, right?
Probably.
No, yeah, Wing was really popular.
But
Both.
who knows how it will go.
Wing and G. Shared the same time slot, I believe.
I seem to remember seeing, though, thinking about Go Line and Super Robot Wars. The one time Go Line showed up in Super Robot Wars, it was 8th MS Team.
8th MS Team. You know, I would actually love to see more 8th MS Team. The only game that I've played with the 8th MS Team in it is A Portable.
Which is, well, A Portable.
Where Shiro was amazingly good.
Really?
From what I remember. Because EWAC.
It has EWAC capabilities?
It had something along the lines of EWAC. Or you should just always throw an EWAC thing on him. It's because leadership. He had the equivalent of a command aura.
Okay. That makes sense.
I could be wildly misremembering things.
But you probably aren't.
He was my sole saving grace on the stage where you're not allowed to let anyone fly.
Oh dear.
Because
Sounds
of
fun.
course.
The Gundam ground type can't fly.
At all.
The poor, poor heroes.
I mean, why would you even have a stage without your main character where none of your units can fly?
Because flying seemed to be a bit of a big deal to me in the stages of A Portable I played. There were so very few that could.
With a time limit.
Because A Portable was trying to be extra hard.
Let's find the stage.
Ouch. It's impossible to continue fighting. Cut a retreat! Goodbye.
You've got 5 turns.
Overfreeze bolt.
Yeah, I think they made the animation slightly better in this one.
Well, yeah, I mean, they had to touch him up somewhat at least. He's not happy. have these insects buzzing about. But he is not a good man.
The battleship won't retreat, right?
It did not say anything about that. It was just destroy everything else and then destroy the battleship.
Just always gotta make sure.
I mean, it could, but I don't think so. Big explosions. It's got less HP than Gramaker did. I'm sorry, Mr. Bushido. It's a battleship. That's pretty sad. Even Zabungle has gotten a US release.
I know, I watched a decent bit of it.
You said that you actually enjoyed it somehow, didn't you?
Yeah, it's actually a good series.
One in the middle there is focus if you want it.
Yeah, I can't read. I was looking for a wall.
Okay, ahead. God Beast attack.
Please get back to watching Zabungle now. Just after finishing off Votom's OVAs. I would genuinely recommend trying to watch Votom's. It's a good series.
I personally did not love the bits of it that I saw, but that's a personal opinion.
And the final part of arc of the series will be in this.
Yeah. Well, if we take a rat split for a sequel.
And would majorly get spoiled.
Yeah. But it doesn't hurt.
Power of walls.
Yep. So. Zambot, what can you do? Zambot Moon Attack?
Zambot Moon Attack!
But can't lock on. You just have to hope you've got good enough luck here.
I can at least make it so they can't hit. I would love to see Thunderbolt show up.
As Thunderbolt has made it to America. The official Gundam streaming channel had it up for a while, I know.
I should try and watch it at some point. Thunderbolt, the full armor Gundam from Thunderbolt is amazing, but I prefer the high mobility Zaku.
Isn't that the Psycho Zaku? Yeah, I thought that was Psycho Zaku rather than high mobility.
It may be the Psycho Zaku, but
the one with that has double its body size and thruster packs and the like, right?
yes. It was designed for movement. That is all.
Oh, the poor Aquarian.
Or Aquarian, what are you talking about?
Its energy. The fact that it does not have any energy regen. Oh hey! And God Mars can fly now. Don't know that it did that before.
No, I don't think either of them could. I think they've just buffed them here.
That could be the case.
It's not a massive buff, but it's a buff.
That it is.
No, the God Mars can fly.
I know that Gaia form... No, it's Den Cougar that I'm thinking of. The Den Cougar could fly in Nova Eagle form, but not in Den Cougar form. Remember, you need to take out all other enemies first for the SR point.
Yeah, just read it.
Or Virgola. Back to Wave Rider. Or Luis. Goodbye, Luis.
I wanted to show you the amazing photo I saw on the Gundam Reddit. Forgot about it yesterday. Yes, I really... You could easily get Daryl to join. Translation.
Yeah. Gundam. You stole my mother and father. I will never forgive you. Goodbye.
can just drown myself like an idiot. As per usual.
As per usual. But you were saying that you think that you could get the villains with question mark Thunderbolt to join you over the protagonist?
I think you could easily get Daryl to join you, the pilot of the Psycho Zombie.
I mean,
he's a good guy.
Yes, from everything I know about Thunderbolt, the villain, in quotation marks, seems like a far better guy than the hero, because the hero just seems like a giant jerk all around.
Just generally trying to find this,
I won't be able to keep up with Zeta's speed. Ooh, Zeta.
Perfect. Not perfect. Too little energy for that.
Mugen Cross!
Let's go.
Block on with that, because the battleship, I mean...
Is Exia a word in Scrabble?
Yes, I saw that. It's a question.
The quadruple set is also amazing, but where is the beautiful
I didn't see it. Oh yes, I saw that. The person performing a Wave Rider crash with the car?
Yes, with a F1 type car painted like the Zeta in Wave Rider mode. Did you notice what it was crashing into?
I believe so, but I can't remember it.
A Scirocco. Painted with Scirocco. That was Scirocco on the side.
Brexinen, retreating! Goodbye. All that's left is the enemy battleship.
Yeah, the enemy
Look at the kill.
battleship's pretty dead. Where's mine?
Fire the Macross cannon.
Let's just make sure that
You have effort?
at least got effort on it.
I need to disappear for just a moment here.
I know that I've seen Macross that did at least show up in one game. Also, that is a game that I would love to play and translate. Can't do it currently due to it doesn't run at all in RPCS3 yet.
Panicking. Panic is panicking. You should be focusing on evasion, not counterattacking.
Judal? He sounds like Judal.
Right?
Yeah.
Let's see. I don't think it is, but give her a ring.
I don't think it is as well, but
His name is, his Japanese name is Kazuki Yao.
it is. I'm pretty sure.
Yep, it is Judao. Okay, Judao, that's
Judal, Frankie.
just okay, Judao,
That's
a
changed.
glorious role. A glorious role for you to play.
He has a very distinctive voice.
That he does. And that also means he's Fox Reaper, right?
Yep. And the original Dan Cooper pilot.
Yep. You're up in retreat! Well done, Alto. Star point acquired. How dare you, terrorists! dare you? And the Crusher Squad as well there. You've betrayed the laws. Just wait for your punishment. Stop it, Sir Rint. We need to prevent any more casualties first. All units retreat. The A-Laws have retreated, huh? To think that they do go this far. Looks like we'll be rendezvousing with everyone else from here on. Captain Jeffrey! We've confirmed that the A-Law's independent squadrons have retreated. Let's see. Just as you predicted, we wound up suffering an attack as well, but we don't have any major damage. Well done, everyone. So we really are going to be fighting the A-Laws. Thanks to the fact that they obtained a power of their own, they just started rampaging. There's nothing to be done about it. But what are we gonna do from here on out now? If we're going to be labeled as traitors and go against the Federation government, it would be nice if we could at least write our families home about it. We'll leave that role to Commander Otsuka and Mr. Shirota. Besides, if we hadn't fought, this would have been a lot worse, wouldn't it? That's right. After all, you can't think what they did is right. I understand. Well then, let's try and stay positive about things. Looks like you guys are the same as always. Well, of course. Looks like we didn't have to worry about anything. We can leave the greetings for later. For now, we need to go rescue Alleluia. There's no response from the machine, but I've confirmed the rough area that the Arios fell. Wait a minute. Something else is coming. Land battleship. Over the A-Laws? ZEXIS, can you answer me? This is the Commander of Oz, Treize Kushernada. Commander Treize? I came here as a representative of the Federation Army in order to hand you your orders. What's happening? Why did he know that ZEXIS is being reformed? With the way he's talking, it looks like they're going to admit the existence of ZEXIS. Is this some kind of trap? I know that as the commanding officer of Oz, you may not be able to trust me. As a result, I've left the major job of representative here to Captain Sergei Smirnov. The Wild Bear of Russia. To begin with, I'd like to have a conference with a representative of yours. Of course, so as not to cause any friction, I shall go wherever it is you desire. Understood. But, Captain Jeffrey, so long as they are intending to fight us, we shall accept what they have to say. After all, since we wound up fighting with the A-Laws here, if we make a mistake, we could wind up being branded as traitors to the Federation. Yes. Zero, Miss Sumeragi. I presume you're alright with that? Very well. I have the same opinion as the captain. See. Let's see. Alright, so we'll have the third of our forces remain on standby here in case the worst happens. The rest of us will head off to go rescue Alleluia and the others. Understood. I'll send you some rescue units as well. Top of Oz. Treize Kushernada. Don't tell me. This came to see what's happening? We don't know what's happening, but... Ikaruga's Cafeteria. This is a nice ship. I'm surprised that the Black Knights were able to get their hands on something this good. Are you unable to calm down? I suppose. Our opponent is that Zero. I can understand how nervous you are. But I've seen how straightforward they can be. I've seen how straightforward he can be. After all, Youth itself leads to some incredible purity at times. I have the same feeling as you there. From what opinion I'd had of Zero, rather than being a world-weary old man like me, he seemed far younger. In other words, you're saying that you don't fear Zero that much? Of course, I don't intend to underestimate him. Well then, I suppose what's worrying then is what's happened with Soma Pyrrhus, isn't it? Sir Trace? I had a personal interest in the matter, so I decided to investigate the super soldier program the HRL had a bit. At that time, I wound up running across Lieutenant Pierce's name, and heard that you were taking on the responsibilities for a legal guardian. In the list of those missing Orkei in the last battle, her name wound up coming up. So I figured that was most likely the reason you couldn't calm down. You were exactly right. Well then, as the person in charge of these matters, I would like to order Captain Smirnov to go and search for Soma Pyrrhus. But, sir, you don't need to worry. After all, no, the ship's currently that of our allies, isn't it? Let's see. Captain, I know that you have doubts about the A-laws and Oz as they are now. And that is exactly why I have such hopes for ZEXIS. Understood, sir. Captain Sergei Smirnov shall head off to rendezvous with the allied units and continue the search. Captain, I have one more thing. I personally am not particularly pleased that Lieutenant Pierce has to be on the battlefield. After all, it would be for the best that no one had to fight. I shall be sure to remember that, sir. Excuse me. Captain Sergei Smirnov. Here's a man like Zex or Quattro. Come on, dictionary, give me that word. Well, he could have been able to be saved from the wrong path the Federation has taken. But the situation is what it is. So for now, once again, I'll have to pin all my hopes on ZEXIS. Mary, are you awake? Don't touch me! Stop it, Mary. The fact that you didn't finish me off when you took me out of my mobile suit is your mistake! How do you think I could do something like that to you? Celestial being. My mission is to take care of terrorists like you! Please, stop, Mary! Silence! I won't listen to a thing you say! Yeah, just... Mary! Yeah! Mary Prophecy! What a name. Who is it? Who can I hear? Can anyone hear me? I'm here. I'm here. Can no one hear my voice? Are you talking to me? Can you hear my voice? Where? Where are you? I'm right in front of you. I'm sorry. I don't know. I can't see. What? But I'm happy that I'm able to talk to someone. I've been alone for the longest time. Thanks for coming here. Who are you? I'm Mary. And you? I don't know. I can't remember it. Who I am? Why I'm here? I You can't even remember a name. If that's the case, then why don't I give you a name? That's right. Your name. How does Hallelujah sound? Hallelujah? It's a word of praise to God. Praise. But what for? Is it obvious? The fact that we're alive. Where is this? It's fine, Mary. It'll be fine, Mary. You should sleep a bit more. Huh? Yes. Oh, poor guy. Looks like you're back to yourself again. I'm sorry for everything I've done here. It's fine, Mary. I'm just glad you're safe. I wound up checking both our machines, but it looks like all systems are down. And I don't think I can easily repair it. Is that so? Can I ask? Why were you going by the name of Soma Pierce? See? Probably has something to do with my being taken over by a different personality. And at that time I wound up recovering my senses too. Let's see. What's the Super Soldier Research Project wound up sending me to the military as a super soldier? My guess is that they erased her memories. It was something that the body just did to survive. That's unusual. But thanks to that, I'm able to see your face for the first time. I knew it was you. I wonder if it's due to the quantum brainwaves. I never thought I'd be able to actually talk to you again either. I'm a super soldier. I'm the same, Mary. I've committed a lot of sins as a Gundam Meister as well. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can offer you. But I'm happy that you're just here, Mary. After all, weren't we able to meet again here? Even though I'd lost all my senses, I couldn't do anything but scream out with those quantum waves. You were the only one who responded to me. It's thanks to you. I was happy that I still lived. And now I can actually see with my own eyes. We can talk. We can hold each other's hands. I could never imagine this would happen. I really do give thanks to God. Hallelujah. Get away from the Lieutenant Celestial Being! Captain Smirnoff? Oops. And so we immediately cut from that impending disaster. We've kept you waiting, Mr. Commander Kushranada. And where's Captain Smirnoff? He's currently left his seat on a different mission he was given. I assure you, it wasn't with any intention of spying. Let's see. One of my subordinates guided him to the hangar. You don't need to worry about that. However, I was surprised that you would come and meet us in person for a conference. Commander Trace. As you know, most of the people here are former members of ZEXIS, but our positions at the moment are rather different. As a result, this conference that we're having with you will be broadcast in real time to all members. Understood. I'd like for all of our allies here to know this as well. the way you're talking. It's almost like you're treating us as a member of the Federation forces. That's exactly right, although you may not believe it. Well then, allow me to inform you. As of today at 1400 hours, the former UN Special Operations Force ZEXIS has been officially recognized as an independent task force by the Federation military. As an external independent force, all of your combat decisions, everything will be left up to your own decisions. What? I don't see what's in this for you. Yes, members of ZEXIS are all gathered here. But as you know, we're the Black Knights, the celestial being, Gundams from the colonies. We're currently being pursued by the Aloz and Oz as anti-Federation terrorists. You don't need to worry about that. The Federation military has already put forth all of the necessary papers to re-accept ZEXIS. And since this has been established, all of your past crimes up until now have been expunged, or at least delayed. This scenario sounds far too convenient for us. I feel exactly the same. However, it appears as though those decisions are being made at a place that people like me can't even meddle with. It's almost as if someone knew this day would come, and put the preparations into action for the day it would become necessary. What? And to top it off, since the person who put this into effect was the Supreme Commander of the Federation military, no one could oppose it. Supreme Commander of the Federation's military, Elgan. According to what I was able to uncover, it would appear that when a special transmission code was confirmed, that declaration would be handed down. So I suppose that has to do with the code that Zero used to reconvene ZEXIS. So Elgan saw through the current position and had already prepared that far ahead. And the fact that he didn't trust me with the code to reform, he'd already seen through what was going to happen with the Aloz and Oz. To top it off, the External Independent Task Force ZEXIS has been officially given these orders. Your orders are, for the sake of the prosperity and peace of all mankind, to strike down and eliminate any threats against humanity. In addition, you've been given the role of observers for the entire Federation military. What? That does line up with the ideals of the Peace Preservation Council that Representative Elgan had. The way it's phrased, does he intend us to be to act as a policing force for the entire Federation military? All I'm here is to relay the orders to you. I have the data with your precise instructions here. Leaving aside Oz that you're in command of, do the Aloz intend to stand by this? The Aloz are still part of the Federation military. Of course, they have no choice but to accept it. I suppose the fact that they wound up trying to attack you earlier has something to do with the fact that they were trying to take you down before you could officially take on your duties. Let's see. I shall take your silence as acceptance. As you know, including myself, there are many people who have doubts and frustrations about the current situation. Of course, leaving aside the Crusher Squad, it seems preposterous to have terrorists act as police for the Federation military. We've already more than prepared ourselves. There's highly likely that we will be attacked, and the Outlaws and Oz will wind up continuing targeting us. Commander Trace. Is confirming that truly the only reason you came here? Makes things simpler that you understand. Even though we are both members of the Federation military, we are at the same time enemies. Understood. Well then. As members of the same Federation military, I swear to you that we shall carry out our role. And at the same time, as enemies, let all of your members in Oz know that we shall defeat you. Understood, Zero. I shall let Schnazel know that we're the same as you were before. Are you unable to meet with Commander Elgan? Unfortunately, I don't think you'll be able to meet with him. I've heard that he's incredibly busy, like being dragged by Ribbon's Allmark and held in a safe location. Very nice that he was able to take care of things in advance. Commander Trace. Even before, we'd felt as if we were being made to dance in the palm of your and Representative Elgan's hand. As a result of that, we lost an important comrade. I won't forget that. Is that so? Well then, allow me to excuse myself. I have high hopes for you as allies from this day forth. Understood. Well then, ZEXIS. Let us do all we can for the sake of a better world. See, her personality changed? That's right. As I am right now, I'm not Soma Pyrrhus. I'm Mary. Mary Purposey. Mary. So that's the Lieutenant's true name, huh? To think that the Super Soldier Project would go that far. Mary's a kind girl. She's not the sort of person who would kill others. I won't hand her over to you. See, if she goes back to the Federation Outlaws, she'll just wind up being used as a soldier again. But you're a member of Celestial Being. The mere fact that you exist will drag her into conflict. I won't let that happen. I'm not so much of an idiot that I'd believe what terrorists have to say. Please, trust me. Thanks to you. No. Thanks to your foolish actions, I've lost many subordinates. I do admit the fact that you fought valiantly against the enemies of humanity. But everything else that you've done, I haven't forgotten the grudge that you've left me. If that's so, then shoot me. Hallelujah? In exchange, Mary. No. Soma Pyrrhus. Please swear you'll never get her involved in a war again. Hallelujah. What are you? It's fine, Mary. If this will be able to make you happy. Understood. No! Mary, don't stand in front of me! You shot at the sky? As of now, Lieutenant Soma Pyrrhus has been added to the list of casualties. I'll report to my commander when I get back. Captain? Celestial Being. Come to think of it, I didn't thank you from before. What? Back at that earlier incident around the Orbital Ring Space Station, you helped rescue an Academy shuttle from an accident. That was the first time I ran into Soma Pyrrhus again. That time. I'd like to thank you from that time. I'd like to thank you for participating in the rescue operation. Captain Smirnov. Back from the time when I was Soma Pierce. Thank you very much for everything you did. The way you're talking, you really aren't the lieutenant I knew. That's what the Soma Pierce that's still in my heart says. The one who wanted to be your daughter. Is that so? Those words of yours are more than enough. Captain, live on. Make sure you do. And may the two of you be happy. Captain, I really do. Thank you for everything until now. Mary, hallelujah. Thank you for surviving. The fact that we were able to meet again. Hallelujah. Back to the Ikaruga. That's all the sad stuff. You found Hallelujah? We just received word from Lock-On. Both of them are safe. Both of them? I don't fully understand the situation. It appears as if Hallelujah was with one of the women from the A-Laws. Is that the Mary person he was talking about from that fight before? Ah, that's pretty impressive. Not bad, long-haired guy. Ah, you guys are as excitable as before. Ah, it's nothing like that. I mean, the Canada General Company was in a bit of trouble earlier here. After all, if the captain of the grocery squad hadn't signed a contract with us, we really could have been out of a job. But now, since we got a nice job come along here, we don't have to worry about anything. I'm in shock. To think that Gaynor and the others who were supposed to be at the Dark Continent would be in Japan. It's not as if we went there because we wanted to. Says the guy who got dragged along on a journey from Siberia to Japan. Thanks to the fact that the dimensional boundaries wound up becoming unstable, the entire Dark Continent's been closed off. Thanks to the fact that we weren't there when it happened, and our entire plans got thrown out of whack. So in order to try and earn a bit of extra money, Garrett, Sir, and I wound up going back to Japan. Sounds like things are pretty hard back at the Dark Continent. Well, what's up with all the other members? Let's see. The rest of the people who are still at the Dark Continent are mainly focused on farming with Lord at their center. Tifa's there as well. Ken and Cynthia have just been relaxing the whole time. So there's some people who are still just goofing off, huh? Well, it's nice to see that everyone at the 21st Century Defense Corporation is doing pretty well. Come to think of it, I don't see Mr. Shirota here. Shirota's a bit busy at the moment. He's back at the battle camp working alongside Commander Otsuka. In exchange of that, we've got a new tactical advisor. This guy here! Whose name I do not recognize. Sayaki. So let's mark that down. Sayaki, the tactician of the Die Guard. Sayaki. So that's the guy who was on the bridge with Captain Jeffrey issuing orders. Is this guy really gonna be okay? He doesn't look very dependable. Of course. Yeah, not at all. He's the kind of guy who, when things need to be done, he's sure to do them well. Although, compared to Mr. Schroeder from before, he's really pretty bad at dealing with the small important stuff. Let's see. The Crusher Squad's been busy fighting in both Germany and Japan against Dr. Hell's Mecha Beast and the Robot Mafia. And we wound up enabling with Koji and the others in Germany. What's with that? By the way, what's with that colorful robot Sayaka was riding? That's the Venus. Alpha. It's an upgraded version of the Aphrodite A. What I've heard, it looks like sounds like it was created with Saka as a model for it. Ah, that's how it is. So that's how it is. If you wind up staring at it too much, you're gonna be hated more, Tamaki. Shut it! It was just a kind of weird looking robot, so I was curious about it. Mr. Tamaki's really a straightforward guy, isn't he? Shotaro! It's been a while. I think we would be able to fight again. We weren't able to even greet you back in Singapore. But it's nice to be working with you. No, we're the ones who should say that. A lot of stuff happened, but let's try our best together. The A-Laws and Oz worry me a bit. There are lots of other threats to the peace here. There are enemies other than Dr. Hell and the Robot Mafia? Let's see. More wandering Vajra wound up appearing out in space. Luca wound up staying behind to try and investigate them. Yet don't see Captain Ozma here either. The captain's got a different job he's taking on at the moment, although I didn't really hear what he was doing. So that's how it is. So the current Skull Squadron is just me and Alto. Yeah, you're doing pretty well to be made captain, huh, Alto? It's just something that was stuck on me. In addition, there are some people left, some of the remnants of the Gishian aliens coming to attack too. Wait a minute. They're coming to attack the planet again? I don't know. There are way too many things we don't know about them at the moment. What's wrong, Takeru? Takeru's just a bit shocked. Let's see. After all, he saw a specter that had come back from the dead. So someone who died had come back to life? There were some espers that we had defeated before amongst the aliens who were attacking. They said they were revived through the power of darkness, or something like that. The power of darkness? I mean, come on, so that's gotta be a bluff, right? That's what I felt too. Don't worry too much about it, Takeru. Yeah, but I'm worried. It's feeling in my chest. It's almost as if some sort of prophetic power is feeling something. Who knows? Yeah, for me at least. I think the fact that those dimensional tremors in the Cerebaya are way more weird. What? Cerebaya. You're talking about those Cerebaya? So, basically, weird stuff happened. Enemies from the original Z wound up showing up. We were investigating those dimensional faults. But all of a sudden, Aaron and the others wound up showing up where they were supposed to have been in a completely different section of space. Yeah, the Baldios and the God Sigma were taking action separately from Takeru and the others. But it looks as though while we were warping, we got stuck in... doing a subspace warp, we got caught in a dimensional fold of some kind, and dragged out forcefully into regular space. So, Toshi and the others aren't with you then? The God Sigma's still busy investigating space. After all, a lot of stuff in the solar system, a lot of the planets in the solar system changed thanks to that great dimensional quake. There's still a lot of stuff we don't know about. But the Cerebaya... yeah, it's probably... see. They said they had... seems like they probably had something to do with those Gishian aliens' power of darkness or whatever, too. No matter where this world may be, so long as the Cerebaya exist, we of the Grand Knights will fight them. After all, Sandman, Commander Fudo and the others said we need to fight the enemies we always do, right? Are those two here as well? Let's see. But then... and those cod-like, demon-like, middle-aged men just wound up going off somewhere else on their own again. Well, it's thanks to that, the Grand Knights and Team D are working with the Crusher Squad as well. What are you saying, Aoi? Weren't you saying that your job as a model was too boring and you wanted to go back to working with Team D? I guess so. Bickering over Lee is the only thing to light my soul on fire anymore. Is that really okay, Johnny? Weren't you serving as Ada's manager? Well, it's been decided that she's going to be participating in the Twinkle project after all. So while she's doing that, I've left her the job of managing her to grace. That enormous project that's got Cheryl and Ranka as the core. It's finally starting, huh? Even Area 11 was fired up about it. You should be proud, Alto. It doesn't have anything to do with me. From the way you're acting, it looks like you really haven't done anything with Ranka and Cheryl yet, have you? Come to think of it... It looks like everyone... The Crusher Squad knew about that A-Loss Commander guy as well. That Armor-Rind guy. You wound up going up at the Dragon's Hive and trying to force Foxreaper into lending him a hand. But in the end, Foxreaper wound up just kicking him out without a single thing to show for it. I see. So we had a bit of a grudge against the Crusher Squad.
And of course music due to shared voice actor.
No. Oh. Well, what can you do? Welcome back, Lock-On. You seem pretty tired. Well, that Hallelujah guy... When I stumbled upon him and the others, he was busy kissing that girl. Kissing? Hey, Clan. You're bright red. Hallelujah. That woman's... Oh, even if he was trying to hide it, you can't escape my sniper's eye. So you're that Lock-On guy's brother. And the second generation Lock-On Stratus. Nice to meet ya. Shell? I'm back. Welcome back, Hallelujah. And... I'm Mary Purposey. Nice to meet you. Are the two of you lovers? That's... Ooh! This time my maiden intuition was on the mark! I've already heard that you're Soma Pierce of the A-Laws. If you do retain memories of your time as a pilot, I'd like for you to fight alongside us from here on. That's... Stop it. Chiriko? That woman was forced to fight regardless of her will before now. There's no need for her to fight anymore. I agree with Chiriko. She's finally able to make it out of the A-Laws. If she doesn't intend to fight, there's no reason to drag her into it. But we could use her aid. I'll fight for her. I'll fight as much as to take her place as well. If that's so, then there shouldn't be any problems, right? And so it's decided, Zero. Celestial Being will safeguard her here. Thank you very much, Miss Sumeragi. And Chiriko, too. I didn't do anything worthy of thanks. I understand, Chiriko. You're fighting for the same reason as me, after all. Wow. That's the first time I've ever heard Chiriko say something like that. Same here. Is that so? That guy... He's always acting... He's super quiet and you never can tell what he's thinking. You can't talk about You shouldn't talk about someone like that. After all, I'm sure he's the kind of person who feels happy and sad just like the rest of us. Do you really see him like that, ZEXIS Setsuko? Well, it's because she doesn't have any prejudices against him like we already do. Could be that what Setsuko's seeing like this for the first time is the real him, huh? Even Big Rotiri has changed a bit too, hasn't he? It feels like he's grown up. Very well then, Miss Sumeragi. However, for the sake of the battles ahead, I shall at least let her know the bare minimum of information we have. So long as you get her permission, we've got no problems with it. So ZEXIS will be serving as police for the entire Federation. feels kind of weird. So while fighting against the enemies of humanity, we'll have to deal with the Alos and Oz as well. Dr. Hell, the Robot Mafia, the Kishin Aliens, Wandering Vajra, and Salam. We're gonna have to face them down. That's our order after all, isn't it? So long as you guys aren't active terrorists, everything will be fine. That's right. After all, we need to just start by saving everyone we can see. You're way too simple, aren't you? When we think of what's going to happen from here on out, I can't help but feel a bit worried. Oh, come on, we don't need to worry about things like that. We just need to do whatever's in front of us, right? Let's see. Besides, if we keep on trying our best, we might even change the Alas and Oz's minds. That's right. We need to try everything we can. No matter what's in our way, we'll take it in stride. That's the way that ZEXIS is, isn't it? Where are you going? Do you think that this will be enough to stand up against, win against Oz and the A-Laws? I don't intend to ignore ZEXIS. Or leave them. No, I don't intend to ignore ZEXIS or go against them. That's why I'll fight against them in my own way. Understood. Leave the rest to me. It isn't just Chirko and Tyria, but you've changed too, haven't you? If you've got the time to say pointless things, hurry up and go. Understood, hero. May we meet again. Unknown location. Well, Representative Elgan Roddick. To think that you'd set up a trap like that in Veda. Or is it that you have some sort of collaborator working with you? Or it could be that you've got someone, even amongst us, someone like us innovators who can use quantum brainwaves. I suppose it's pointless to ask you after all. After all, the way you are right now, you can't speak or even move your body at all. As a result of your hard work, I will acknowledge ZEXIS' existence. After all, I can make use of them. In addition, regulars like them are what will accelerate this world far faster. I suppose I'll have them face that Insalam group. You don't need to worry. That dream that you and Eolia saw, the future of humanity, you only need to entrust it to me and Amuro Ray. And so, you just sleep there for now. For the time that humanity reforms, and I shall obtain the Chrono H. Repair kit, propellant tank, cartridge, and spinal ASCS acquired. Screw module, land module, thruster module, flight module. A adapter, EQS snack. Suborders available.
So,
I don't think we'll be able to get through another chapter. The next chapter is also going to be a pretty long one. Not what you want to grab. That's what you want to grab. So, I think we probably aren't going to wind up doing another chapter here, as it would go very long.
that chapter just went exceptionally long due to it being
Important. Picking everyone back up, and
Susu, stop eating plastic.
please get eating. We're back in. So we'll probably log out in a minute here once we've gone ahead and fixed everyone up. But yeah, so next chapter, Crow should show up again, so that's going to be a good thing to have happen.
Also, yes, tornado pack.
Yeah. Everyone has a tornado pack equipped.
God.
So many to fix.
Yeah.
You don't want that. You want repair skill.
Actually, I do want that, but any better?
Z cutter and photon energy.
Okay, it actually is marginally better.
Marginally.
Just... I'm just gonna go ahead and sign off here. Well, my brother...
Did you want that?
Yeah, I want continuous action on everyone other than the 2 Aquarian pilots.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and sign off here a bit earlier than usual, but we just had a single stage that ran super long, and the next one should be pretty long as well. So, I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow as we finally get Crow back! Yay! And in addition, you should have one very helpful thing. You'll have both spigots this time. So.
And next, on the chapter after that, well, we gain nothing and lose things. So, see you all tomorrow.
May things go well.